I'm sorry? Okay. It's spring. It's always cold. It's true. What else? Happiness, maybe? Some of the same emotions you talked about. Could there be excitement there? Could there be nervousness there? There could be adrenaline. So there's some things that are the same. Now let's take it one step further out. Think about the people in the stands. What's their experience? Excitement. Boredom. Depending on who you are, potentially. Sometimes anger. Yeah, fear you may lose. So let me ask you this. Is the fear from the person on the sidelines, or let's do the excitement. Is the excitement from the person on the sidelines, the cheerleader, the bench kid, and the guy in play, is that all the same kind of excitement? It's really different. So one of the things that post-positivistic research lets you do is sort of tease out, because any one of those people you could interview and say, what's your emotion? And they'd say, I'm excited. But you need to know more than knowing 4 people at the game were excited. What you need to know is the level of that excitement, why they're excited, how they're experiencing that excitement. Okay, who's that?
So there's going to be an announcement.
Oh, okay.
So this might be a good segment. You thought so.
Okay, now we get our announcement.
Yeah, listen. Hey guys, let's listen to this.
If not, and you need some help, stop and empty Mr. Sandoval. They were in A208. Attention students, the language
Research will get you to. Knowing that there's 4 people who are excited is what positive research is about, positivistic research is about. What we're all about is understanding how people could use the same word to describe their experience of school and mean different things. That's what we're trying to tease out in this piece. We're looking at the ways in which people can use words and mean different things. And so part of your task when you start working to make sense and code these videos is to figure out what they mean, to help to code it well enough, to listen to it well enough, to pay close attention to it, so that you can get a sense that when they talk about school being exciting, you understand what the nature of that excitement is. I do not intend to lecture at you for this entire time. I really don't. We're going to stop here. You're going to get your break.
But wait, I want to add one more thing onto this because we've talked about this before. Remember when we all closed our eyes and envisioned a tree? And then all of us picked a different tree, even though it's only 4 letters and we all know what a tree is. But when we close our eyes, we see different trees. I think there's something very similar to that. Or I love McDonald's, I love my wife, and I love my daughter, but if I love all 3 of them in the exact same way, we have real problems. Right? I think, and this is something that we've been kind of percolating on since September. So this is something that is familiar to you. I think we call it deconstruction.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is, yeah. I tend to refer to it as unpacking ideas,
Right.
but yeah, it's the same idea, exactly. So part of what we're getting at here, though, is that real science that real scientists do, that publish research, would spend a lot of their lives trying to figure out what people's experiences are and what words mean. That's what this is all about. It's legitimate, focused, high-quality work. So go take a break. We'll come back and talk about how you do it.
Good.
Let's wait till the bell rings.
Oh, sorry. I was talking during the break, and I don't know that I made this completely clear. So I'm just going to kind of say it out, right? This is like way cool. I mean, this is like an amazingly wonderful project. And what you're and I also really want to kind of make the point to you that what I'm doing with you today is exactly the same thing I do with my graduate students. It's exactly the same thing I do with doctors and neomed that are learning to figure out how to make sense of qualitative research. I didn't change my slides at all. So you got all the big words and everything. They don't get on it. They don't understand it either. But here's the other piece about this, to be honest, is what you're doing, or what you're trying to be part of here, is what researchers do all the time. The point of what professors and people and my friends and I do, all the nerds that I know, is all we're trying to do is figure out how to make sense of the world around us. And all anybody's ever really trying to do is try and make sense of the world around them and how they fit into that world. What university professors do, what scientists do, what people who publish research do, is make sense of the world in ways that we then write about and hopefully find it useful to somebody else. You guys are getting to participate in that process. And I gotta tell you, that process is like phenomenally cool. I've been doing this for 20 years. Seeing my name in print still really rocks. It's like such a great thing, and it's such a great thing to be part of a process that helps somebody else feel like they're not alone, that their experience is not only theirs, that feels like they're connected to a larger community for a greater purpose, that is sharing the same frustrations, joys, wishes, dreams, and hopes. It's really cool to be part of the ability to do this. I gotta tell you, and these guys keep asking me, how's this going? You did the research, I did, I looked it up, right? But, how many places is this doing this? I can tell you, not many. The idea of using high school kids as researchers is fairly old. But using it, using you guys, working with you in the ways that this project is working is phenomenally new. And it's phenomenally cool. And it's phenomenally cutting edge or breaking ice or whatever that word was. Seriously. And the idea that what you're doing is developing a project that people are going to respond to you is like massively cool. Ask somebody to post a video and have them do it because you asked them. That's huge power. And then having the opportunity to make sense of that across a bunch of these is really, really cool. The other thing we talked about is you guys get to feel hopefully incredibly linked to this for a really long time, because the good news is this project doesn't end with you. The bad news is this project doesn't end with you. So the plus of all of that is somewhere along the line, when this is 4, 5, 6 years in the making, you all are going to get to say, we were the first group. Which is kind of cool and amazing. And not only that, we've said this also, and it's like going to college isn't the be-all, end-all of everything for everybody at all times. But grade point matters, test scores matter, but I have to tell you, the things that you participate in, whether it's cheerleading or football or drama club or debate or whatever, matter. We really do look at those things. But your ability in college essay to be able to say, I participated in this project, which now is 2,000 videos online. I coded it. I used a post-positivism research frame. This is what I think I know about how school works for people. You will get in. People will pay attention to you. And not only that, you get into really cool places. So what you're part of here is massively cool. And like I'm not all that special, but there's a lot of places I could be today. And I choose to be here because this is like a really good project and a really cool thing to be a part of. And I choose to come back because of that as well. So thank you. And also really realize that what you're doing here is pretty amazing. So let's start doing it. So let's run. This is Nevin, right? Nevin Jenkins. He talks about 2.5 minutes. What I want you to do is I want you to think of listening for themes, just like we did with the food, just like we did with the football game. Try to put yourself in his shoes as he talks about school. And what I'm going to have you do afterwards, you can take notes if you want. What I'm going to have you do afterwards is say, what do you think the big ideas are here? What do you think the themes that he's talking about are? Ready to do that? Let's go.
Oh, is the volume set up? Someone
pretty
muted.
good.
Yeah, someone muted it.
Turn the lights on, please.
No, I got here. It's muted. Good. There we go. I hear it. All right, back to Ned.
My name is Nevin Jenkins. I'm a teacher at Warrensville Heights High School. Also graduated from Warrensville in the class of '92. I'm currently a math teacher. I love teaching math, but more importantly, I love to have the students learning math. And there's definitely a difference there. And when I think about what school did for me, it got me in certain places. It got me networked with certain people. The experiences I had were definitely good experiences. What I'm remembered for, it's funny, I was a straight A student, but I wasn't remembered for my grades. I was remembered more in the fact that I was one of the only white kids in Warrensville. I was remembered that as a basketball player, I was compared to Mark Price. And that's how people remember me to this day. And they asked me what I do today, and I said I went back to teach at Warrensville, and they're really impressed by that. So it's more about, I guess, your character and your deeds than what kind of grades you got in school. What it got me at a